Rothenberg. Today we have a fantastic game between the Teaneck Highwaymen making the far trip from the Big North out to the SEC conferences. That's coming up next, right here on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship! A double play wins it the race! Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McKay's on touchdown!
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Volusia wins it! The championship!
Hello and welcome back to the Tarnoff Gymnasium in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. I'm Ryan Lau. I'm joined today on the call with Ian Rothenberg and Jordan, the recording Cooper on camera. Ian, we got a great game coming today. The Teaneck Highwaymen have played 10 games, winning 7 and losing 3. West Orange, after a long isolation and postponement of multiple games post their school's winter break, have won 2 games and have lost 3. Ian, who are our players to watch for the game?
Well, for West Orange, the player to watch is Kiley Capstraw, D1 commit, currently committed to Yale. He's averaging a lot of points, let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Leading score, 15.2 points per game. And for Teaneck, their player to watch is going to be Deja Young. She's their leading scorer with 15 points. And, that's all I got to say, really.
Yeah, and I was speaking to Coach Williams. She said the same thing last year as she said this year. Keep an eye on Kiley Capstraw. She is a Yale commit as of her sophomore year. She was a verbal commit last season and her sophomore season. She finally signed the contract to go to Yale, where she will play up to 4 years, or maybe even 5 years if she redshirts. An eligibility in the Ivy League for collegiate basketball. Very talented she is. Her father is a broadcaster for the Brooklyn Nets radio network, WFAN, which is also the radio network for the New York Yankees and for many other sports teams. So a lot of basketball connections in the Capstraw family. This West Orange team was phenomenal last year. In 15 games with no playoffs or county tournament, they were able to punch out 11 wins, including a win against a top 10 team in the state of New Jersey, the University Phoenix of Newark. This year it's looking a little different for them. They hosted a tournament in which they had some tough losses, a big win against Union City, and they're bouncing off of a win as well, Ian.
Yeah, at 2-3, 4th in the SEC American Division after playing 5 games. Like you said, they've missed a couple games due to postponement from COVID problems in the program. And, they were ranked last year, and this is a very different team that we were looking at. We were talking about this before we went on air. It's a very different team. There are, not a lot of the players on this team are returning, Ryan. And, there are a lot of new faces that we're going to see today.
Obviously, a lot of players from West Orange graduated. Tracy Alderis, she was a fantastic center for the program, fantastic 3-sport athlete, phenomenal softball player, batted cleanup usually for the team, and then, of course, was a volleyball all-state player. West Orange coming into this game. Oh, excuse me, I missed a couple players as well. Schultz was a phenomenal player for the team, Kaya Schultz. Her younger sister still plays soccer, but is no longer playing basketball here at West Orange High School for the school program. But she graduated. She's currently playing soccer at the University at Buffalo. She's no longer playing basketball. So West Orange missing a lot of key pieces this year. We can't forget about Mackenzie Dover, the sniper from behind the 3-point line, who also graduated. So a lot of key pieces have graduated from this West Orange program. But to get here to this game with that new look team they have, they started off the season with the West Orange Holiday Tournament, a 64-52 loss versus Homedale, and then in the West Orange Holiday Tournament, a 59-25. They didn't win their first game of the season versus Union City, 41-39, Ian, before then losing to Columbia in their first non-tournament game of the season, a long time after due to COVID-19 canceling West Orange athletics, 57-43, and just 2 days ago, they visited the Nutley Maroon Raiders, a 37-27 victory they had.
This team's only played 5 games. Like I said, they've lost 3, they've won 2. So they got a long season still to go. They could easily turn this around. Like I said, they're a little short-handed in terms of, the players they have. They lost a lot of guys. That's the part about high school and collegiate sports. You only get these players for only, 3 to 4 years in college, and, in high school, you get them for 4 years. And, that's just the bad part. It's just the replacement and the continuity you need to get in your program, excuse me.
Absolutely, Ian. So coming up after our message from our sponsors at NJ Orthopedics and Michael C. Rusinella, we have starting lineups for you right here from the Tarnoff Gymnasium. A delayed tip-off. We're set to tip off at roughly 12:17 Eastern Time. We'll be right back for more pregame right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. We can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rosanella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
Welcome back to West Orange High School's famed Tarnoff Gymnasium in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. We have girls basketball less than 15 minutes away. The 7-3 Teaneck Highwaymen from the Big North Conference are visiting the SEC Conference's very own West Orange Mountaineers with a 2-3 record. And last night, West Orange played in hockey, another famed winter sport, and wrestling. They wrestled against Livingston in an SEC American matchup. Livingston, a big win. West Orange able only to put up 19 points. Livingston over 70. Some big wins on the Livingston side for them. Obviously, new head coach for them in the program. And as, their former head coach 2 years ago, Ernie Cunho, is no longer the head coach of the program. So they're kind of in a new, little era, and they're doing phenomenal. West Orange, a tough loss after their former head coach, Stefan Zakella, received a promotion to athletic director. So new coaches. Livingston look like a very strong wrestling program. West Orange still getting there, developing. In Ari Rosu, phenomenal dual sport athletes. Final season here at West Orange. Hockey-wise, they tied Johnson in the McMullen division, the third division of the NJIIHL, 4-4. You can catch it on the on-demand function. On the call for that one, Ben Novoslovak, who is a St. Peter's prep student and also a broadcaster. He was on the call with Kevin Connolly. Also, soon to be available on the D1 Media Pro on-demand function and likely social media pages, a recording of the Livingston and Glen Rock rematch of the final of the McInnes Cup last year. That should soon to be available as well on the on-demand. A lot of hockey broadcasted on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS network. On the call for that game, Jacob Gorn and Jordan Cooper. Now we're going to take a look at the starting lineups in for the visiting Teaneck Highwaymen. And Ian, we spoke about your player to watch for them. Let's highlight another player.
Another player I would like to highlight is Rico Gorn. She's averaging 13 points, leading the Teaneck Highwaymen in rebounds per game. 6 rebounds per game. In high school, boards are very valuable because that's just the difference between winning and losing. Honestly, rebounding can be the difference between winning and losing at any level of basketball.
Right, absolutely, and no doubt about it. And for West Orange, we've spoken a lot about Capstraw. We've spoken about the pieces that this West Orange Mountaineers team has lost. Let's highlight another player. Let's highlight Anna Deere. Anna Deere is coming into this game. She played in the program last year. She was a phenomenal key piece to this 11-4 program that was ranked in the top 20 in the state of New Jersey. So let's highlight Anna Deere as one of our other players to watch today as well. Do we have any statistics on Anna Deere, if I may ask?
No, I could not find any statistics prior to the game. But again, that doesn't mean anything. Stats, as they say, the stats don't lie. But honestly, I don't believe in that saying. When I see talent, I know it's talent.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And as we mentioned, for Anna Deere, one of our players to highlight today, plays softball for last year's softball team, which put up an over 500 record. A tough loss to end the season in the playoffs. We were there at their senior night, which was called a no contest due to weather, but it was still a great senior night that you can catch on the on-demand function on the D1 Media page on the NFH Network and YouTube from last year. That's number one. And number two, she is also a phenomenal soccer player for a program that won the Essex County tournament down at Belleville High School. School. I was on the call for that game and the boys game where Seton Hall Prep took down West Orange in a little West Orange derby matchup. Both boys and girls played back-to-back with ceremonies and interviews available on the on-demand function on the D1 Media page on the NFHS network, as well as, of course, YouTube as well, where we have all of the interviews. We were able to interview Hannah Amaya, the goalkeeper for the West Orange girls team. We were able to interview Ari Rosu in the semifinals leading up to the finals. And of course, we always speak about how good Seton Hall Athletics is, speaking about that. They play in West Orange. I think they're the favorites to win the boys' Essex County tournament. Who would you favor for the girls? I'm really going to say Immaculate has a phenomenal program this year. University obviously struggling to catch their feet, but Immaculate, great boys team. Their girls team looking strong again as well this year. They were supposed to play West Orange. Obviously that was canceled due to West Orange having the coronavirus issues.
I mean, yeah, when you have a team that's just that good, well, both boys and girls teams are that good. I mean, they're probably the favorite to win a tournament. I mean, when you just have that much success in both of your boys and girls basketball programs, it just leads to just a lot of, hope for the future and just for now. Like when you have two programs, like especially that you could possibly win both county tournaments, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, right, no doubt about it, absolutely. So we have great basketball coming up, Ian, in about 8 minutes. Unfortunately, tip-off has been delayed a little bit, but it's not a big deal because that only delays the inevitable that we will be seeing a D1 basketball player on the court today in her senior year. That is Kiley Capstraw. She's taken on a very strong 7-3 Teaneck Highwaymen program, coming all the way out from the home of the Big North Conference. That's coming up next right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network, presented to you by Michael C. Rusinello at NJ Orthopedics.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite, in conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology. We can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. This guy, and he keep going, and the
ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35. Fielded at the 40 by Quick. Out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back. He's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat. Touchdown.
Good job, block. Third down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a hole, there's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMEC for a division championship.
Game is about 5 minutes away right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. When we come back, we have tip-off. Ryan Lowy, Ian Rothenberg, Jordan Cooper on camera. When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Jakai Carson.
Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will dive in past 2 players, and she's able to load up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one.
Pass the cross. Stick down by Murphy. Send a shot and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5
on it along the far corner. Tries to send it in towards goal. Has a man! What a pass! What a goal! Emma Mitchell to Gianna Festino. Short shot on goal. And post bang! West Orange makes the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game!
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base, swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things, can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5 back points easily secured, and he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory. A big victory for Rosu.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over Newark Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kiley Capstraw. West Orange girls varsity basketball season is over.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore. Russo after a 5-0 victory for West Orange over Newark Central.
Welcome back to the Tarnoff Gymnasium in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. Teaneck and West Orange just moments away, Ian. Around 2 minutes until our delayed tip-off time of roughly 12:20. Probably a little earlier if I'm going to make a rough estimate. But tell me, we figured out how West Orange got here. How did Teaneck get here, Ian? 10 games, 7-3 record. Break it down.
Well, they played their first game, absolutely crushed Patterson Kennedy, 80-23 win. That's unheard of. That is ridiculous. Then game 2 against Chatham, that's a 48-37 win. You know, I'm sure it's a closer game than they would have liked it, obviously. They're 7-3. Then they played Tenafly, beat them by roughly 20 points, a little under, 64-46. And then go out, blow out Bergenfield, 67-32. Have a close game against Paramus Catholic in an in-season tournament. 66-62 win against them. And then they lost against Old Tappan, 44-36. That's probably a tough loss for them. And now they've gone about 3-3 in their last 2-3 in their last 5 games. So they're on a little bit of block here. They're going to try and get themselves going again against West Orange today.
Yeah, Teaneck was actually scraping the top 20 in the state of New Jersey. The 5-5 Union City program and pushed them out in point loss. I'm really taking a look at that big win as well against Pascack Valley. Pascack Valley really becoming a phenomenal sports school. The girls team is 6-5 there, but obviously they're a little better than the record. They played Pascack Valley's football team lost in the semifinals of the sectional tournament. Their soccer team did absolutely phenomenal this year. They were able to win over 15 games, and they were able to win their section and advance in the group tournament. Very impressive. Pascack Valley Athletics just really strong, so that's a big win for them as well. Old Tappan, very good baseball program that they have. They take on teams regularly like St. Peter's. Their girls basketball team is absolutely doing phenomenal this year, 9-3. You know, they've really been doing well under head coach Brian Dunn. So, you know, that's a big win for them against, excuse me, an understandable loss for them against Old Tappan. So we are just moments away from tip-off here. We've previewed West Orange. We've previewed Teaneck. We're starting to get a little excited. We're now going to do starting lineups right here, presented by Stefan Zakella, the athletic director of West Orange High School. It's the Teaneck Highwaymen and the West Orange Mountaineers.
To ensure that we're providing a safe environment for all, we ask that you wear your mask properly, practice social distancing, and remind you that there's no food or eating in the gym area. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and can subject the violator to ejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. And now for your starting lineups. For Teaneck, senior, shooting guard, number 1, Deja Young. Number 2, senior, point guard, Alyssa Russo. Number 4, also point guard, junior, Sierra Forbes. Number 23, sophomore, forward center, Demi Simpson. And number 1, senior, shooting guard, Rachel Gordon. And now for your Mountaineers. Number 33, junior guard, Anna Deere. Number 1, sophomore guard, Maya Bushrod. Number 12, sophomore, Adrian Taylor Camara. Number 10, guard, freshman, Kylie Gary Grayson. And number 11, senior guard, Kiley Capstraw. West Orange is coached by Connie Montague and Kiana Montplaisir. Sorry, Connie Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. We also want to give a shout out to D1 Media, the best in the business as far as broadcasting goes, and Ryan Lowry. We're very honored to have the super talented prodigy Ryan Lowry call on today's game. Best of luck.
Thank you. Look at that, I'm like famous. I gotta give a wave now. Getting a little recognition here right before the game. We got tip-off coming up in the next couple of minutes. Now, Ian, let me ask
I'm kind of sad, by the way, that I didn't get any recognition. But hey, I mean, you're the superstar here. I'm just along for the ride here.
Hey, you know what? The road starts early. We're only in high school.
Exactly.
Got a lot of time left. Jordan,
we
the
got
recording
time.
Cooper, a phenomenal cameraman. You know, maybe we'll see him doing the Super Bowl one day. Star cameraman, you know, recording whoever the next football prodigy is, making a crazy Odell Beckham-like catch.
Yes.
You know, maybe that'll happen. Anyway, let's focus on the game, though. We got the West Orange Mountaineers and the Teaneck Highwaymen. This is going to be a very good game. A big shout-out to the administration for Teaneck, and, of course, to Stefan Zakella, the athletic director for the West Orange Mountaineers, the superintendent, Dr. J. Scott Cascone, principal Hayden Moore, head coach Kenise Monig-Williams, and everybody else who made today's production possible. High-level basketball today right here on the D1 Media page on the NFH Network. It's matinee, West Orange and Teaneck. Bouncing off last night, West Orange tied in hockey and lost a tough one to Livingston in wrestling. They will now give it a try in girls basketball after a tough loss today to Sparta in boys basketball. This is how we get underway with West Orange easily winning the tip-off. West Orange will now control and swing it around. Kylie Grayson, the freshman, will swing it right on back to Bushrod. Bushrod right back out to Grayson.
Teaneck's in his zone, Ryan.
Right back out trying to dive in, laying it up, and denied is Bushrod, and it's taken away by Teaneck. Now here they come up the court. Teaneck will control calmly. This is Forbes. Forbes right on outside. She's able to get it back after working a 1-2 with Gordon. Swung on outside. Here's a 3-ball from Russo. Rims out. Rebound is going to end up being a skirmish and taken away by West Orange, but passed right away. Deja Young lays it up. She's blocked hard by Taylor Kamara.
See, that's an unforced error right there. Good defensive recovery. Way to redeem yourself with that block. But, you know, both teams coming out in zone after, you know, what we've seen on the first possession. West Orange, they have the right idea just to move the ball. Teaneck's got to move the ball better if they want to actually score on this zone.
So Capstraw will swing it on over. Remember, Kiley Capstraw, Yale commit. Phenomenal basketball player. Second team All-State last year, easily first team All-Conference. Her and Deere will try and work together. They will end up turning it over. And now Teaneck will come down the court with the basketball. Passing over. Russo, mid-range jump shot. Can't get us started. Rebound is easily offensive by Grayson. Grayson, the freshman, will get it over to Bushrod. Bushrod, one of the minimal amount of returners that this Mountaineers program has, as they've graduated a lot of talent. Talk about the talent Coach Williams coaches. Swung on over. Capstraw shoots a 3 from far. And she will be the way we get today started. Matinee basketball starts off with a 3-pointer from Kiley Capstraw, the senior Yale commit.
That was a good shot there. I mean, she was open, got space, got the shot off. And now Capstraw, D1 commit, so that shot's going to go in every time for her, I would feel, because, you know, you're D1 commit, you're playing at a high level of basketball, you're probably the best player on the court right now today. And, you know, just a good shot, good ball movement there.
So Rachel Gordon, foul shots will try and get Teaneck on the board, and her first shot is nothing but net. You can really just feel it. You just feel the wind go through the net right there. Perfect shot.
I heard that one. That sounded good, Ryan.
3-1. Gordon, the 5'9" guard, a senior.
By the way, on that free throw, Teaneck gave a little bit of an interesting look. They did not put anybody actually in position to rebound that.
Capstraw drives and draws a foul with 6:28 left to go.
Interesting free throw setup. They did not have anybody, you know, in there boxed out to, you know, try and get an offensive board. I mean, that's just trusting the shooter there, Ryan.
So Capstraw will throw it in for West Orange. She wears number 11. She'll swing it in immediately. Taylor Kamara back out, finds Capstraw. Capstraw sets it up once again on a 1-2. She'll fake a 3. Swings it on over. Bushrod outside, given away to Grayson. The freshman throws it up, can't finish. Own a rebound, swings it up, blocked, put back. Taylor Kamara looks like she will now go to the line.
Teaneck's got a box out there. They got to get those boards. That's why the foul was called, because they're not getting the boards. Offensive opportunity leads to a second chance effort for West Orange, and refs blow a whistle. So that's a good call, Ryan. West Orange, although, needs to move the ball more. I don't like the fact that they're pulling up shots right like that. You know, I feel like they could be able to get more layups underneath by just passing and cutting. And I saw them before the game, in pregame, passing and cutting too, practicing those drills. You know, I would really like to see that, you know, happen in the game for them. But they're winning right now, and, you know, big offensive board leads to foul shots.
The 5'5" sophomore guard goes 1 for 2 at the line. The rebound is defensive and strongly fought right there by the checking in number 10 for Teaneck. That's Isabella Torado, the senior forward. Teaneck will swing it around after some key substitutions. Deja Young stays in. She'll swing it on over to Russo. Russo back on out here to Forbes. 3-ball from Russo. Nothing but net. Whoa! Teaneck gets their first lead of the game, Ian.
What a shot there, Alyssa Russo. 14.5 points per game, second leading scorer behind senior guard Deja Young.
Swung on over. West Orange will now try and dive in. Rejected is Bushrod, taken away by Teaneck. Forbes will drive on down the court. Loses her dribble, is able to get it back behind the 3-line. Teaneck up by 1. Swung on over to Russo. Back on over to Young. Deja Young takes a three contested. Too strong off the rim and the backboard, and rebounded there by Taylor Kamara.
That three was shot a little bit out of rhythm, and Pete is trying to jab step a little. And nonetheless.
Multiple rebounds. West Orange, 4 offensive rebounds, still can't finish. Able to somehow around and drawing right is number 23, Demi Simpson. And it looks like it's a jump ball that will go in Teaneck's direction, I believe.
You know, I feel like that jump ball is probably a little avoidable. You know, either way, it's Teaneck's ball, but I think it's a little avoidable there. I mean, they're not boxing out. West Orange is getting a lot of second chance opportunities, a lot of offensive boards. You got to be able to box out and control the rebound game, especially when you're Teaneck. You're averaging 34 rebounds as a team per game, which is incredible.
Inside, skirmish, West Orange on the ball. They have a 2-on-1 opportunity. Passed on over. Hill will take her time. Swings on out. Long time three-point shot. Lightly contested. Is off. Rebound. Capstraw. Put back. As she's contested, she can't finish. Rebound Teaneck. Overhead pass. Is able to beautifully find Russo. And Russo is pushed off the ball right there.
That was, you know, not a bad possession for West Orange. I think on the fast break, they would have liked to at least get that bucket, maybe go up a little stronger on that one, you know, take that 2-on-1 to advantage. I mean, they got open shots. Capstraw got an open layup, but, you know, missed. It was not a bad possession.
3 ball. Looked perfect, but it was just a little short. Offensive rebound put back. Unable to be finished by Young. Rebound West Orange. Bushrod. Up the court she goes. Powers through 2. Stops. Spins around, finds Capstraw. Capstraw can't lay it in. It's a little too strong. Gets her own rebound. Uses her big 5'11" frame to do so. So blows, and it's a turnover. Teaneck are now on the basketball. Tough break for Capstraw.
Yeah, she's not happy with that call there, but I mean, you can't bump that girl from the back right there. You know, that's going to be over the back. You can't do that in basketball. I mean, I understand, you know, it's a little bit of a soft foul call, but you at least have to be able to finish. You know, when you're that, that caliber of player, Kiley Capstraw, you have to be able to finish those close-up shots.
Pass inside. Pivot by Torado. She's able to swing it on over. Handoff. Forbes back on out to Russo. Able to find Young. Russo, Forbes, Young. They connect from the 3-line very well. Keep an eye on them. This is Russo. Pass on inside. Little inside connection. Mid-range jumper there is off from Simpson. Rebound Capstraw. Capstraw dribbles it off of the foot of a team player who can't find it.
Teaneck had the right idea there, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan, but Teaneck had the right idea there, by the way. Move that ball, hit the corner cutter. They just couldn't, you know, tough break for them, honestly.
Overhead pass to Capstraw. Dives in a mid-range jumper from Capstraw. Is perfect. An excellent finish, and West Orange take the lead back. They have a 6-5 lead. And as I was saying, a big congratulations to Kiley Capstraw. She's been inducted into the McDonald's All-American game. I've always found it funny that the All-American game is sponsored by McDonald's, when an athlete should never eat.
But I agree. I mean, that's the exact way to get out of shape as an athlete. But I mean, listen, I'm sure McDonald's is making money. I'm sure whoever runs the All-American Games is making money too. So, I mean,
yeah. We won't talk about the financial part of it, but I think that's just a funny thing. 3 ball from Capstraw, in and out. Swung around the rim, can't find its way in.
Going back to the keys of the game, Teaneck has to be able to stop Kiley Capstraw. So far, I think Kiley Capstraw is about 2 for 5 from the field right now. But
3 ball. Can't do. Rebound Anadir.
But as I was saying, you know, they have to be able to stop Kiley Capstraw. And if they really want to win this game, Capstraw's a D1. He's going to Yale. Yale's a program too. But, you know, goes in there, draws the contact. That's a great offensive possession there for West Orange as well.
On the floor is the call. Capstraw will now wait to throw it in instead of go to the line as West Orange makes a substitution.
I don't know about that call for on the floor. I mean, I feel like she was going up as they blew the whistle. But again, we saw when we were calling the West Orange Livingston boys game that they were calling a lot of fouls on the floor that I feel like should have been in the air.
Hill with a 3. Air ball. Kept in by, oh, no, my apologies. It was not kept in by Deere. Did not see that one properly. Now, we covered the West Orange boys basketball game. I believe it was 2 games ago for them. They had a big win against Livingston. That was a close one. You can catch it on the on-demand function on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Key performances there from Ron Chris, who had just a phenomenal game. And you also mentioned another player that you thought did absolutely brilliant.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
big and ones at the end. Basically gave West Orange the win.
Yeah, Tuesday really played brilliance. This West Orange team, a new chapter, tough loss today to Sparta. Stayed in until the end. Here's a 3 ball. Short and caught by Deere.
Sorry to interrupt you, but that's back-to-back possessions with airball threes. West Orange just had a tough break up now and then. You know, I just really don't know about that shot selection. Yes, Brian.
Well, you know what happens when you plug it in?
No.
You charge. Capstraw just charged.
Yeah, he was not happy with that call at all. Looks like Coach Williams actually has pulled her out of the game. I believe she has 2 fouls right now.
So Capstraw, a little bit of a push when she was going up.
So not really the start of the game we really imagined for Kiley Capstraw. Picks up 2 fouls in the first quarter, and she has 5 points right now. And she's playing well. I just don't think she's just getting things to go her way exactly.
Minute 34, we adjust our clock. West Orange Basketball. 11 points we've seen so far. 6-5 the Mountaineers lead. They're trying to improve to 3-3 on the season, almost a fresh start. It's been an interesting ride for West Orange Athletics this winter. They had to shut down for roughly 2 weeks. School was virtual cohort system, which hopefully will end soon, and they will be all back in person. West Orange is trying to drive in, pit-pocketed, running away with it, but then called on the foul there is Ciara Forbes, the junior guard, who stands 5'1".
Bit of a late whistle. I mean, driving in. I mean, you can't really drive in on 4 players. I mean, I just don't understand that. But a little bit lucky that they got the late whistle there, Ryan.
West Orange throwing. It looks like lined up to take it up will be Kylie Grayson. Again, Grayson, a freshman on the varsity roster for this West Orange Mountaineers program. Swung on around. Good control for the Mountaineers. Head coach says here comes Teaneck down the court. Deja Young lays it up and 1.
I mean, Teaneck there capitalizes off the turnover. Teaneck 13 team steals per game, so that is incredible defense. And Teaneck again with this interesting rebounding setup on the free throw. They're just having everybody back, trusting the shooter. Deja Young did a really good job of going up strong there on the fast break.
So count the bucket. 3 points for Teaneck, and the whistle stops this one immediately.
Yeah, yet another unforced error. That's 2 unforced errors in a row for West Orange. I mean, first you have a turnover on a steal, which leads to an and-1 bucket, and now you can't identify the press and beat it.
Teaneck controls under. Rousseau. My apologies, that was not Rousseau. That was throwing it away Simpson over to Rousseau now. 50 seconds. Good first quarter basketball for you. Teaneck on top, 8-6. And we have a traveling violation, giving the ball back to the Mountaineers, trailing by 2.
I'm going to agree with that call there. I mean, she ran before she even, she was just running with the ball even when she got it. But she's got to be able to corral that. And that pass is also a little behind her, which is why she ran with the ball before she started dribbling. Good call by the ref there. Bad discipline.
Mid-range jumper can't go. Rebound, deflected, and taken away by Russo. Chucked on up. There's a nice pass. It's somehow able to find Young. Bounce pass, and a connection on the finish there. Just brilliantly, Rachel Gordon.
That's a good fast break bucket. Good ball movement on the fast break. And that'll lead to a bucket every single time, Ryan.
Teaneck a 2-possession lead. As the whistle blows, and a traveling violation is found in Taylor Kamara as she lost the basketball anyway, running into 2 Teaneck players.
Well, that's 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for West Orange. That time a traveling violation. I just don't understand the point of driving to 2 guys every time. It's not going to work.
Swung on over, here's a 3 ball. Rim backboarded out, rebound Taylor Kamara, 2 seconds, 1 second, maybe a last second heave, and it's way too short. So Teaneck a 10-6 lead in a 16-point first quarter. We'll have the second quarter and the second half coming up next right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rosanella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
Second quarter available for you right here on the D1 media page on the NFA. Just now, Ryan Lowy on the call, joined with Ian Rothenberg and Jordan, the recording Cooper on camera. It's your crew today for today's matinee Saturday production of NJSIAA Girls Inter-Conference Basketball, representing the Big North, the Teaneck Highwaymen, and then the hosting West Orange Mountaineers of the SEC Conference, the Super Essex Conference, representing all Essex County private and public schools, competing at a high level of New Jersey athletics. Three ball from Capstraw. Can't get us started. Rebound, Teaneck Highwaymen.
I like the ball movement there from West Orange, but the three ball just doesn't go. It's a good shot by Capstraw, just doesn't go in.
Bounce pass outside, connected to Rousseau. Forbes. Rousseau. Young. Pass inside, a good connection. Finishes it there. Rebound. Offensive. Shot is off. Capstraw gets a touch on it. This ball is somehow kept in. Finally touches Rousseau. And
yeah, by the way, when she was keeping that in, I think that was out of bounds, Ryan. But again, good offensive board for Teaneck, who's a team that's averaging 34 team rebounds per game.
So West Orange will now get the ball back. Remember, a short season West Orange has played coming into this game. They're starting to catch up. A couple weeks away from Essex County Tournament Basketball. Always exciting. Finals usually played at a phenomenal arena. It's been played at the RAC sometime. My apologies, it's a state tournament. It's been played at Essex. Oh, there's a beautiful finish, pardon me, from Deja Young, but it's sometimes played at Montclair Immaculate. It's sometimes played here at West Orange High School. County tournaments even sometimes played at Essex County College, so it's always a great stage for the county finals. So you always want to advance far in it. Capstraw, jump shot, mid-ranger, rim and out, rebound, boxed out beautifully and rebounded defensively right there. Give credit to Gordon. Young, outside, three ball, Gordon, rim and out, and it'll go out of bounds for West Orange's basketball. As I was saying, Essex County Tournament, less than just a couple weeks away. Finals always played at a phenomenal location.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's the RAC, Essex County Community College, excuse me, these are just big time locations, and you know, it's an awesome atmosphere to play in as well. And also, I'd like to see West Orange move the ball a little bit more on offense. Their ball movement early on was really good, and now it's just become stale as Capstraw takes what I think is a little bit of a bad shot there.
Three ball, Rousseau, rim backboard and out, and rebounded by Grayson. The freshman slows down her tracks. Bounce pass to Capstraw moving forwards. Capstraw loops around outside the three line, loses her dribble. Overhead pass is tipped, but she gets her dribble right back, and a whistle is blown for a foul.
I mean, West Orange, they just look a little tired. I mean, at least I think they look a little tired because they're not moving off the ball at all. You look at Capstraw, she's just on an island there, Ryan.
So West Orange now in the bonus. They're down 12-6. Some key free throws here from Capstraw would put them right back into this one. First shot is good.
Capstraw averaging 15.2 points per game. She has 6 in this one right now.
And the next one is good as well, 12-8. Capstraw really showing her firepower.
I mean, you get to the line there, drawing a foul, hit both bonus free throws. It's a 4-point game now.
Outside three ball. Rousseau, lightly contested, rim and out, rebound easily by Deja Young, getting to jump forward as it landed right in her tracks. Works the 1-2, shoots the three. Rim and out once again, rebound. In the air, offensive. Gordon throws it up and finishes. Gordon is a hammer in there.
I mean, West Orange, they got to be able to box out. They cannot let Teaneck continue to get these offensive boards. And Teaneck is also moving the ball right now, and that is why they're winning. Rebounding and ball movement is key.
Gordon doing a phenomenal job. Potential player of the half. Overhead pass inside to Deere, worked on outside Three ball, Grayson, rim backboard out, Capstraw rebound, Capstraw put back, just gets the lucky roll.
That's 9 for Capstraw. And by the way, Capstraw has 9 of West Orange's 10 points. So I'm sure Coach Williams would like some more, scoring from other people on this team, Ryan.
Something West Orange has been asking for this season. A lot of burden on Capstraw as a lot of West Orange's star-powered not returning to the program this year, rather the graduation, focusing on academics, other athletics, etc. Swung on outside. Young, timeout, Teaneck, which means we will go to break. Stay tuned.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd to lob it up. And a slam. Too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd. Here with Corey Floyd after a tough... Wilcher, three. Got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up! And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush.
Apologies for interrupting that commercial break. We bring you more basketball right here from the Tarnoff Gymnasium. Teaneck controls outside the 3 line. Gordon, overhead pass over to Russo.
Demi Simpson wants the ball underneath Rotten.
Gordon can't finish too strong. Demi Simpson, as you said, wants the ball, can't find it. Taken away by West Orange. Capstraw up the court. 9 points, as you said, this game. Of West Orange's 10. Lays it up. Tried to get 11 to the 12. Couldn't do so. Rebound offensive. Swung on outside. Taylor Kamara. Overhead pass. Able to be found over to Chapman. And out and West Orange ball.
Blocked at the outside hand there, Ryan. Comes across. It'll be West Orange ball on the out of bounds. I like the ball movement there from West Orange, though. They're starting to move the ball again.
3 ball from Capstraw. In and out. She's getting some unlucky rolls today.
Yeah, I also don't like that shot off the first pass. I don't think any coach likes shots off the first pass. But if it's a player like Capstraw, I'm sure they'll be fine with it. And good offensive board, by the way, which led to the bucket there for West Orange.
Good finish there by Anna Deere. 3-sport athlete for West Orange, the junior Matchfit Academy soccer product. Passed on inside, and the finish. Can't get the lucky roll. West Orange will find the basketball. Ooh, just a little bit of unluck right there.
Tough break for Simpson. She was wide open. But again, it's a tough break. I think West Orange needs to do a better job of watching those cutters.
Capstraw, mid-ranger is good.
I mean, that's a good shot. Wide open, moves the ball, moves the zone, and gets Capstraw open, which is what West Orange is going to want to do, and their keys to the game. Just feed Kiley Capstraw.
Teaneck controls from the outside. Young, Russo. Gordon passes it inside, thrown up. Simpson can't find it.
Yeah, she'd like to have that one back.
Capstraw redirects course. Pass, Taylor Kamar finds Anna Deere. Anna Deere throws one up from the mid-range, rim and out. Tipped out of bounds, last touch. Simpson, West Orange is on the basketball.
Teaneck's got to come down with that rebound, specifically Demi Simpson. I mean, there's nobody around her. I mean, just got to pull the boards down. A little bit of a mental mistake there is usually when that happens.
Out to Capstraw. Mid-range jumper, triple contested. Can't get the lucky roll once again on a strong shot. Teaneck takes it away. Russo.
I don't like that shot there.
It was an interesting decision.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand pulling up over 3 people. Move the ball, find your teammates.
Yeah, we've seen West Orange has the pieces.
They do, and over the last couple possessions, they are moving the ball a lot better now. It looks like Teaneck's just holding for time.
Teaneck will drive in, thrown up, just a little too strong from Forbes. Here comes West Orange. Swung over to Chapman, and a whistle blows them slow in their tracks, and we see a travel.
Yeah, Coach Williams yelling at her players. I don't think she's very happy with the product West Orange has put out early on in this game. Capstraw checks out just to give her a little bit of a break.
So West Orange, a sharpshooter, taking a second. 9 of the 14 points she has for West Orange. Passed on inside. Gordon throws it up. Gordon having a good game. Rebound Simpson.
She wants to have that one back again.
West Orange on the ball. Bushrod. Overhead pass.
You know, Ryan, Teaneck has to convert on these second chance efforts. They're getting a lot of offense. Chance points.
Back to Grayson, working 1-2 with Bushrod repeatedly, as it's once again back to Bushrod and to Grayson. No shot clock in high school basketball for both boys and girls throughout the entire state of New Jersey. A controversial topic, Ian. Passed inside Deere, 1-2 outside once again. Will Bushrod be the shot?
That zone. Yep.
What a fight! Forbes finds it. Forbes throws it up. It's too strong. Looks like the presence of Grayson got in her head as here she comes.
That's a tough one there. You got to be able to convert those open fast break layups, Ryan. But again, West Orange, they can't hold. They can't play passive on offense against the zone that's pressing you a little bit. They're playing physical defense as Teaneck. You got to be able to move that ball. You can't hold like that. But as I was saying, you know, back to that turnover, I believe that turnover was on Kiley Grayson, the freshman. So it's a little bit of an undisciplined play. Holding the ball. I mean, you know, West Orange got a little bit of a break that Forbes missed that open layup in transition in the fast break.
Alexa Chapman makes the first. She'll now go for the second. 2 foul shots. And 1 for 2. Kamara is offensive. Chapman throws it up. Can't finish. Rebound by Teaneck. Here's Gordon. Overhand pass. That was a beautiful throw. And the finish. Offensive rebound put back. No good either. And Deere finds the basketball.
Teaneck's just throwing up shots, Ryan. And West Orange, you know, both teams are getting offensive boards, but here's the difference. West Orange is getting unlucky with the rolls. Teaneck's just throwing up shots with no purpose at all.
Isabella Torrado, the senior forward, standing at 5'7", will check in. Take out Gordon, who's put a phenomenal effort in so far this game, Ian. Capstraw. Back out. And to Capstraw. Overhead pass. It's strong. 3-pointer. Grayson is off. Gets her own rebound once again. Lays it up with finesse. Can't finish. It's an air ball. Capstraw goes down with it.
Yeah, that's good effort there by Capstraw. West Orange, once again, being aggressive on the offensive boards. You know, they're coming out with these offensive rebounds, and both teams also, you know, they're both getting offensive rebounds. They're just not converting on those second chance efforts, Ryan, and that is incredibly crucial. You know, these second chance points, they can give you such an edge in competitive basketball.
Rousseau. Forbes. Rousseau. Rousseau. Young. Rousseau. Forbes. Rousseau Young. Last shot, no good, and that will do the half. So West Orange a 15-14 lead as we go to break. Coming up next, second half on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Stay tuned.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Fraser. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Jakai Carson.
Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will drive in past 2 players, and she's able to lay it up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one.
Pass across. Stick down by Murphy. Send a shot and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5
far corner, tries to send it in towards goal, has a man!
What a pass, what a goal! Emma Mitchell to Gianna Festino. Short shot on goal, on post, bang! West Orange makes the goal, and they win. They take down the number 2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game!
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base, swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things. Can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5 back points easily secured, and he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory. A big victory for Rosu.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over Newark Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kiley Capstraw. West Orange girls varsity basketball season is over.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore. Russo after a 5-0 victory for West Orange over Newark Central. Screen pass out in the flat, caught, and it's a touchdown for St. Peter's. O'Donnell swinging away, puts it over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit. It'll score 1. Faraz on his way home. Throw in is not in time. Going quickly, Bullock takes the snap, throws to the far side. Wide open, touchdown.
In there, called strike 3 looking. Mulcahy strikes out the side. He's perfect through 2.
Now up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Benkovich. They score! Michael Benkovich for St. Peter's Prep.
Bounced on the ground to short. Faraz Fields flip to O'Donnell 1. Throw on to first in time for a double play. Just will look back out there for the Marauders. He takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Has a man. Kenny Stewart reels it in. 35. Stick on to the defender. Stewart to the 20. Once again. Hit in the air to deep center field. Sicka moving on the back at the wall. It's gone! Ellis Reed with a 2-run blast. And the Marauders have a 6-0 lead.
St. Peter's Prep has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why don't you?
Are you interested in pursuing a career in sports marketing or creating impactful sports content? You can get experience in high school by being a part of the RISE program powered by Ortho Carolina. It will give you a head start on an exciting career. The RISE program exposes students to industry professionals and gives them real-world experience by creating content and marketing the teams at their own high school. To find out how you can be a part of RISE, email us at contact@readinessandsportseducation.org.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds.
Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and 1. Lawrence with Floyd to lob it up for the slam. It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Lays it in and 1 on the lob.
Thought about the 3. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd.
Rowdy here with Corey Floyd after a tough 6.
Wilcher 3. Got it. Simeon Wilcher is fired up.
And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Sering driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket. Marcus Rodi here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now, it's your time to join.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rusinella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
Halftime here at the Tarnoff Gymnasium. Ryan Lau and Ian Rothenberg on the call. Ian, break down the first quarter that sees West Orange in the lead 15-14. First half that sees West Orange in the lead 15-14.
Well, I feel like the ball movement from both teams was inconsistent. You know, Teaneck toward the end of the half, they were just like getting these offensive boards, just chucking up shots without a purpose. They missed a couple fast break layups. West Orange, meanwhile, their ball movement was good to start, and then toward the middle of the first quarter, middle of the second, it wasn't really so great. And then they started clicking again, moving the ball. You know, they're in the lead right now by 1 point, Ryan. You know, Teaneck also has forced a lot of turnovers, and West Orange is, you know, putting together these really unforced errors. But both teams also are great offensive rebounding teams from what we've seen in this first half.
Right, no doubt about it. So West Orange hockey is also playing today at 3:45 on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFA Just Network. They're taking on Milburn High School of the Kelly Division, who won their first game just a couple days ago versus Kearney, an 11-6 win. They've been on a losing streak since. They're taking on a West Orange team that last night came off of a tie against Johnson in a little McMullen divisional matchup. West Orange hockey potentially favored really to win their division, maybe move up to the Kelly Division, the second division of the NJIIHL. And we always talk about the McInnes Division, where we see teams like Livingston, we see teams like Glen Rock, we see Westfield, we see Summit. So a lot of good hockey in the area, a lot of good boys basketball in the area, a lot of good girls basketball in the area, including Kiley Capstraw, the Yale commit, who, as you said, 4 for 11 on the floor, but 9 points in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the 4 for 11 shooting isn't great. I mean, you know, I'm sure there were shots that she'd like to have back, that she'd like to make. She's not really shooting the 3 ball well. She's only hit 1 3 in like maybe 4 or 5 attempts. You know, she has 9 points though, 9 out of her team's 15 points, if I have to say. So I think she's probably gonna be looking for more help from her teammates. I'm sure Coach Williams is gonna be looking, you know, for, you know, more of these girls to get involved in the West Orange offense as well.
29 points total on the game so far. Teaneck really had I think they built about a 6-point lead at one point, and then they lost at West Orange up 15-14. I'm really impressed on the Teaneck side from a certain player, Rachel Gordon, doing just a phenomenal job inside the block, putting shots back up, you know, getting some good rebounds in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, she's getting those buckets. She's getting offensive boards. Like I said, Teaneck's getting a lot of offensive boards. They're forcing a lot of turnovers, but they haven't really been able to convert on those turnovers. They haven't been able to convert on those offensive rebounds and convert those second chance points.
Just moments away from the start of the third quarter right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFA Just Network. We've seen 29 points so far. We got a whole nother half, 16 game time minutes left to play right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFA Just Network. Don't forget, we also have basketball going on right now out in Patterson. A little showcase tournament. We're seeing some great teams out there. For example, I think we're seeing Union City. We're seeing some phenomenal programs out there. East Orange Campus, a member school of the D1 Media Pro page on the NFA Just Network. It's broadcasted by Kevin Connolly. That's out today in Patterson. Also have Hillside basketball that should be tipping off in the ensuing minutes. Down in Hillside, Union County, New Jersey, a little Union County basketball matchup going on there. Speaking of Union County basketball, phenomenal basketball down in Union County. Hillside boys 2 years ago, they were champions of their division, but we go higher divisions. Roselle Catholic, 15 in the nation. So phenomenal basketball out there. Obviously,
Just
Westfield.
phenomenal basketball in the state of New Jersey in general.
You know what they say, basketball needs New Jersey, Ian.
Exactly.
3-ball. In and out from Russo.
You know, the
Rebound
only thing
Capstraw.
that's, sorry to interrupt you again, but the only thing that's really missing from basketball in New Jersey is a professional team again.
Well, the Nets, you know, they didn't like the Meadowlands too much.
They didn't like the Meadowlands. I don't think they liked the Prudential Center. And the Prudential Center is an awesome facility and awesome arena. But I don't think the Nets really like that too much. They decided to go to Brooklyn, and now they have a super team. And guess what? They still can't win.
West Orange control. Overhead pass, far side, over to Hill. Hill out over to Bushrod. Capstraw.
They got to move the ball more.
Capstraw last year was actually honored by Essex County at the Men of Essex Awards, as well as West Orange fellow Ari Rosu, phenomenal wrestler and soccer player who's not wrestling this year. His brother
Looks like
is.
there's an injury on the floor. I think that's number 0. That's Anya Kareem.
Yeah, Anya Kareem. A little shooken.
And
she'll head over.
Checks back in.
She'll head over to Jean Palacianos. And Ashley Sevo, who are the athletic trainers here at West Orange High School. JV basketball going on right here between Sparta and West Orange, going on in the other secondary gymnasium here at West Orange. 2 gyms here at West Orange. Obviously the Tarnoff Gymnasium, the premier gym that hosts basketball, wrestling. Baseball practices happen here as well.
Looks like they called an illegal screen. You can't be moving your feet on a screen. You can't be bumping into another girl on a screen right there. It's a good call by the ref, good find. And it looks like Teaneck's in a little bit of a weird 3-2 zone. You don't really see that, you don't really see that much, Ryan.
Yeah, you know, Ian, speaking about West Orange athletics, kind of felt bad for the wrestling team as they came back. They were practiced outside on the football field.
Wrestling. That's out there.
What a connection, but the finish is not present from Simpson. Here comes West Orange. Capstraw dives through, holds her dribble, lays it up. That was a phenomenal finish there from Kiley Capstraw, Ian.
Yeah, maybe that'll get her going. I mean, she started out slow in the first half. Like I said, she does have a majority of the team's points. She now has 11 of the team's 17 points, excuse me. And Demi Simpson, and she draws a foul. Demi Simpson, things haven't really gone her way in this game. She's missed a lot of layups, and she'd like to have, she probably likes to have some of those shots back. And we see her reactions after, she misses those shots. She's not happy with herself.
2 shots now coming from Teaneck. Obviously, Teaneck quite far. They play in the Big North Conference, in which they're in second place behind Old Pan in their division, as the first shot is in.
Teaneck again trusting the shooter to make their free throws. Just keeping everybody back on defense.
2 for 2 at the line. Perfect shots there.
Teaneck trusts the shooter as Demi Simpson makes both of their free throws.
Bushrod. Bounce pass. Grayson. The freshman swings it over to Capstraw. Overhead pass, a powerful one. A good connection right there. We'll see Bushrod at the line, Ian.
That is great ball movement. By the way, I think I heard that slap of Bushrod's arm from up here in the bleachers. I mean, we're pretty, we're not that far away from the court, but we're far enough where, that shouldn't really be that audible.
Bushrod at the line. 6 minutes flat left to go here in the third quarter. First shot, rim backboard and out.
And by the way, takeaway from that possession, that ball movement really led to that foul as Bushrod, got behind that second defender down low. 3-2 zone, like I said, that Teaneck's playing. It's a little weird to see it. It's more, meant to guard the perimeter rather than inside. And we've seen West Orange really shooting the ball. They're not really taking it inside much.
Passed out. 3 from Young. Air ball. Throw up is good. Wow, a little heave right there off the rebound from Gordon.
Rachel Gordon going up strong there. By the way, another really loud slap on the foul. I mean, when you hear the slap, you just know it's going to be evident that there's going to be a foul called. An evident and one there. I mean, there's really no denying it. Rachel Gordon going up strong, drawing that foul call.
Ian, we were talking about the performances from Gordon so far. Very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, she's playing really well. She's getting offensive boards. She's, converting those inside layups. She's really feasting on the inside of the paint and really, beating on West Orange's defense, too.
Bushrod.
Now it looks like Teaneck's back in the 2-3.
Hill out to Capstraw. Overhead pass. Connects. Diving in. Taylor Kamara will go to the line. Excuse me, that was not Taylor Kamara. That was actually Bushrod.
A really good cut leads to another foul. I mean, if West Orange is going to continue to move the ball, find girls on the other side of the court, and make these cross-court passes, finding the cutters, it's going to be a really long day for I wouldn't say a long day, a long second half for Teaneck's defense if they cannot stop these cutters from going in and committing fouls.
First shot is good. Tie basketball game. It's been close, Ian. We've only seen, I believe, a 6-point spread at the most so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the biggest lead. 6-point lead for Teaneck was the biggest lead. Now we have a tie game still. I held the tie game there, Ryan, because I wasn't sure if she was going to make it or not. But nonetheless, we still have a tie game.
Russo. Forbes. Young. Good ball control from outside, from the key three, I guess we can call them, for Teaneck. Gordon passes it outside. Here's a 3 ball. It finds its way in.
That's a lucky roll there, Ryan. I don't really know about the shot. I mean, there's a very tight closeout there by the West Orange defender. Whatever. It went in, so I'm not going to argue that.
Ciara Forbes with the 3-pointer, and Capstraw responds in kind with a nice floater.
Beautiful bucket by Capstraw. Drives in, pulls up on the floater, snaps on a dime too. And, that really just controls her body going up on the shot.
3 on 3.
Why, it went in.
Traveling violation call from the official. Capstraw trying to move a 3 on 3. She tried to connect there with Hill, and we have a little traveling violation.
And unforced error for West Orange. They're currently down 1, but, one possession game. Just an unforced error. They've had a couple of turnovers on traveling violations too, Ryan, and that's going to hurt.
At the mid-range, Russo, whistle. On the floor.
Looks like the ref was saying that there was an elbow there. Looks like the ref said there's a bit of an elbow. Lex Chapman might have played defense with the elbow there. You cannot do that.
3 ball. In, out, rebound. Bushrod. Whoa, Bushrod maneuvers around Ciara Forbes. She'll try and do it again. This time she's pit-pocketed. She's got to get over the line. That's exactly what she does. She's able to work around Forbes.
She's also got to be careful that she wasn't going backcourt even when she
Capstraw
was over the line.
Guns one over. Hill. Bushrod. Capstraw screams for a little possible play from West Orange.
Looks like Capstraw's trying to get open on the free throw line.
Capstraw lays it up. Can't finish. Rim backboard now. Rebound given to Deja Young.
Capstraw really won the ball at the free throw line. She got the good free throw, just could not convert the bucket.
Thrown up. Finish no good. An excellent effort right there and put back, but it's not good for Simpson. Here comes West Orange, Ian.
A little bit of a press in the half court there by number 4, Ciara Forbes.
Jump shot is short, rebound to herself, thrown back up. Not good once again from Anna Deere.
Looks like the ref called a travel on Forbes as she fell. West Orange getting more offensive rebounds. They just got to be able to convert those second chance points. It's still their ball anyway. But, that travel, I think, is a little bit of a break for them because, they really like to have those offensive second chance points back.
So Teaneck timeout will bring us back. We'll be right back.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. Oh, post in! West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates.
Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Carriage Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these.
Montclair, our state sectional champion.
Back on the floor here at West Orange High School. This one's thrown into the corner. Capstraw will control.
Teaneck's playing very physical defense. West Orange is going to have to adjust here.
Deere, 1-2 pass connection. Finish can't come, but there is a foul.
I don't know about that call, Ryan. I think that was all ball. But again, you know, fouls committed, you know, just leaving cutters open for Teaneck, and that's why they're committing just so many fouls, and it's really going to hurt them, especially when it's when the score is just a 1-point swing.
So very good free throw shooter at the line for West Orange. Alexa Chapman. The first one just misses.
Like I said, I don't really know if that was a foul. Maybe the ball doesn't lie here.
Second shot from Chapman. Ooh, rough break. 2 solid shots, can't do the job, and the whistle comes in immediately.
Mental mistake there from West Orange, not West Orange, excuse me, Teaneck, a mental mistake there. They got to be able to communicate, know who's going to come down with that rebound there. Because there's nobody there. You got to be able to get that board.
Capstraw mid-ranger, it's good. An excellent finish by Capstraw gives West Orange the lead back. They're up a point with under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter of 4.
Capstraw is really coming alive in the second half. She came out of the gate, I believe she's 3 for 5 here.
3 ball is air ball. Finds its way out of bounds, and it will stay on the Teaneck side.
Was really, on herself again, to start off the second half here. Now we're toward the end of the like this, self going, keep this run that she's been on. Going to the game.
Swung over. Passed outside. So 3. Rim backboard out. Capstraw rebound again. Capstraw 5'11", very big frame. Yale definitely liked that one when they were interested in her. 3 ball. It's good. Sunk by Kiana Hill like the Titanic.
Wow, that was a little dark, Ryan. But anyway, just leaving, taking that half-court press and the aggressiveness from Teaneck's defense, using that to find an open 3-point shot. And West Orange now it's a 4-point lead, so maybe we might have a new new highest lead here.
So West Orange will now elect to take a timeout. Ian, what do you think the reason for that timeout would be?
I feel like it's just to, gather themselves together here. Maybe, just give their players a little bit of a breather. But, Teaneck, like I said, they're playing very aggressive defense. That also could be a reason for West Orange to call a timeout and potentially adjust to that aggressive defense. As we see, there was a bit of a half-court press in transition there. That half-court press and the aggressiveness there, a little bit of overplaying, left Kiana Hill, the junior, open for a 3-point shot.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. About 30 seconds left to go in the timeout. And, Teaneck now down by 4. It's really been a back-and-forth game, but I think for Brad Allen, what his team really should be focused on right now is connecting from the 3 line, because they've been swinging the ball just brilliantly. I've really seen good connections from Deja Young, Russo, and Forbes, 1, 2, and 4 on the outside of the 3 line, but their finishes have just not been on point.
I mean, they're getting these offensive rebounds. They're also making a lot of mental mistakes on the boards as well. Not coming down with rebounds, turnovers as well. I mean, Teaneck's just got to be better. They're shooting the ball. I think they've probably shot about, maybe 10 threes. They've only made about 1. So they got to be able to knock down those 3-point shots. But again, you can't also live on the perimeter. You have to find those girls open underneath the basket as well, Ryan.
Immediately thrown in. Forbes worked outside. Here's that 3 from Russo. That's exactly what they needed to do, Ian. I said it, and it worked out.
I said it too. You got to be able to, knock down those 3-pointers. And it looks like Teaneck's in a little bit of a. It looks like they're in a bit of a press. So, like I said, they can use that. West Orange can use that to their advantage to find open shooters.
Capstraw wants to respond way too strong. Rebound on the air ball, defensive.
I think that was a little forced. I mean, maybe you can hold the ball there and see what your options are. Maybe take a shot or at least drive in and take it. But again, I just think
Russo 3. Rim backboard out, rebound. Still up in the air, whistle blows, and we have a foul off the rebound. Looks like Teaneck, because of their effort, will control the basketball.
Looks like West Orange timeout allows Teaneck to actually get some momentum. And so, that's never good if you're calling a timeout. The other team has momentum coming out of the timeout.
Pass inside, thrown on up. Now finding herself at the line after an excellent effort right there is number 31. Rachel Gordon.
Yeah, she's a big girl. She's going up strong. She's drawing fouls. She's capitalizing on offensive rebounds. I almost fell off the back of the bench, by the way.
Well, I hope you're all right, Ian.
Oh, I'm fine. I didn't fall.
Oh, sunk that one.
Sounded really nice. We need a punt for that.
Yeah, you know that's a good shot when it makes that sound.
Yes.
25.
That's how you know you get the the green animation 2K.
Yeah. You play a lot of 2K?
I've been playing a lot more 2K recently, but that's also because I've been bored.
Oh, interesting. West Orange controls, passed on inside. There's a first touch of the game right there. Driving on in and tapped out of bounds.
It's gonna stay? Looks like it's gonna stay.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna stay West Orange basketball. Capstraw looks to be moving to throw it in.
Looks like Capstraw dribbled it off of someone's foot.
Thrown on in. Finds Capstraw. Capstraw guns one up. Can't get the lucky finger roll.
I mean, that is strength there on the lucky.
Passed outside 3 ball. Oh, Russo, you already know.
Alyssa Russo with her second lead score. She has been taking a lot of threes today, and what can I say? She's missed a lot. She's made a few, but what can I say? The shooters are gonna shoot. And
Russo loves that far corner.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, shooter's gonna shoot. Doesn't matter how cold you are, doesn't matter how warm you are from that range, shooters are gonna shoot, and right there, she's hit 2 of her last 3-point attempts.
What a finish by Russo. Wow, just brilliant. Back out, West Orange will now have to respond. Grayson. West Orange now back down by 3. This game has really stayed within the single-digit differences and has been back and forth the entire 3 quarters we've seen. As there's only a half a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. Overhead lob pass, Capstraw is able to find it. Overhead lob pass right back to where it came from. Pickpocketed away. They're going to say it was tipped.
Yeah, they will, but it's a little bit of a soft pass there. West Orange got lucky. Also, I like what West Orange is doing offensively. They're shrinking those zone defenders down low to maybe space out and get someone open up top.
Capstraw works a 1-2 with Grayson. Bushrod, lob pass, Capstraw finds a 3 feet, we're maybe on the line. She was blocked. And a heave is nowhere near to do the 3rd quarter, Ian. So now Teaneck is up by 3. Going into Smash Mouth 4th quarter basketball. Stay tuned right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS network.
Right up the middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. This guy, and he keep going and he
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35. Fielded at the 40 by Quick. Out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back. He's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat.
If he gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block.
3rd down and 17. A handoff. Getting to the outside. There's a hole. There's a 1st down. And all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMEC for a division championship.
Fourth quarter matinee basketball right here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS network in Essex County's storied Tarnoff Gymnasium and on the campus of West Orange High School in West Orange, New Jersey. And Ian, what are we looking for this 4th quarter?
Well, for West Orange, if you want to win, give number 11 the ball. That's Kiley Capstraw, D1 commit. You know, she hasn't really gotten much help from her teammates. She's basically scoring both the points, and the rest of the team might have under 10 combined. But Teaneck, they just got to convert those second chance efforts. Alyssa Russo ended the 3rd quarter absolutely on fire from 3-point land. Teaneck can knock down those shots and convert on those second chance efforts. They're going to win this game. But if West Orange can give Kiley Capstraw the ball, West Orange can win. So it's still a close game, and it can go either way, basically, is what I'm saying, Ryan.
Capstraw. Tipped pass. Jump shot. Grayson can't get the lucky roll. And Teaneck will take their time with it. They're up by 3. Pass inside. Double possession difference is denied by Bushrod. Teaneck back on the basketball, though. Pass on inside. Gordon jump shot. Gordon is feeling it today. 5-point lead for Teaneck as they're going to try and advance to 8-3 on the season.
Simpson's got to be a little quicker getting that shot off, which is why Bushrod was able to get over there and block it. But, they get the second chance effort. Rachel Gordon hits down the shot, so, it doesn't really make it that much of a problem there as a little bit of an unfortunate
Whoa,
error.
Capstraw. You can tell she used to play soccer. She played her freshman and sophomore year here at West Orange.
Yeah,
that was a slide tackle. As Alyssa Russo is down.
It's a good way to say it, Ryan, about the slide tackle. Hopefully Alyssa Russo's okay. She's been really big for Teaneck in the last few minutes of the game, but Kiley Capstraw showing that hustle, showing that effort to get that ball, keep it in the possession of West Orange is, just keep it in West Orange's possession, as Coach Williams does call a timeout. And my guess is that she's going to be talking about these unforced errors on the turnovers and boxing out on the boards.
So both teams have used 2 timeouts this game. They will have 3 remaining. As we are just moments away from finding a winner of this close matchup. Matinee basketball for you on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFH Network. Once again, thank you to everyone at Teaneck who made today's production possible. Special thank you to Dr. J. Scott Cascone and West Orange Public Schools, the District Superintendent, Athletic Director, Mr. Stephen Zakella, the Acting Director of Athletics, hopefully soon to get the job. And then, of course, Principal Hayden Moore, Head Coach Kenise Montague Williams, who is also a mathematics teacher here at West Orange High School. Swung on to Capstraw in the corner. Bushrod mishandles, but still holds on. Grayson, the freshman, spins around Russo. Pit-pocketed right there by Forbes. Forbes, chased by Bushrod, lays it up, can't get the roll. Bushrod on it, a good defensive effort there by Bushrod, and kept it within 5.
Well, going back to those keys of the game, Teaneck is exactly doing what I said they should be doing in the keys of the game, forcing turnovers, 13 team steals per game. It's really showing right now because they're forcing a ton of turnovers on West Orange.
Tipped right back into Bushrod's hands. Lays it up to Capstraw, and Capstraw with the finger roll.
My Bushrod played the reverse card from Teaneck. She said, you turn. She said, you get the ball? Okay, I'll force a turnover on you.
So because of a nice reverse there by Bushrod and Capstraw's easy finger roll finish, West Orange back within single possession as we see a jump ball fought for brilliantly on the floor. Grayson down, excuse me, not Grayson down. Grayson was on the ball. She's able to get up, and Gordon looks to be a little shooken, but is helped up by her teammates.
Looks like someone ended up going for the ball. Now, I respect the effort, I respect the hustle as well from both of these teams all game long.
Teaneck on the basketball. Young. Out to Forbes, swung on around. Russo. Forbes. Young. Russo 3. Can't finish. Rebound, West Orange.
A 3-pointer can tie this game, Ryan, but I don't know if West Orange is going to necessarily be looking for a 3. They haven't really been shooting the 3 ball well.
Capstraw. Can't get the roll. Swung on outside. Grayson. The freshman lays it up. Can't finish.
West Orange has got to be able to finish those close-range shots. I mean, these are under 10 feet shots we're seeing, Ryan, and they're just not going in.
Young. Forbes. Forbes, the junior guard, 5'1", can shoot from back there. As she swings it over to Alyssa Russo, the senior guard, who stands at 5'6".
Yeah, that's good ball movement there. Just unlucky. The hot hand, Rachel Gordon. But, just unlucky. And unlucky again for West Orange as they turned the ball over. Kiley Capstraw could not corral the basketball.
Again, remember Capstraw last year, second team All-State of New Jersey, McDonald's All-American. Young.
Orange's defense has looked noticeably more aggressive this possession.
Russo with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Young. Torado. Young. Russo. Gordon. Chucks one up, it's too strong. Will be kept in play by West Orange as Bushrod is able to get a tip pass over to Capstraw. Capstraw far side, she'll dribble. She's gonna power through. She's gonna try and lay it up. And she's gonna finish. Kiley Capstraw puts the game within 1.
Really good shot there, just pulls up pure confidence on the side of Kiley Capstraw. Oh, an unforced error here, Ryan.
Dribbled away by Russo. Bounce pass, Capstraw can't get a first finger on it, it'll slow down the play. She's gonna try and keep it going. She's gonna power through it and a foul.
West Orange has to be able to play faster on that fast break. It's a fast break for a reason, because you're just playing fast and you're on the break. But, nonetheless, they have to be able to play faster on those fast breaks. And the pass to Capstraw needs to be a little better next time.
So Anna Deere will throw it in. Right in, can't be finished. Getting her own rebound, trying to throw it up. And now going to the line for it, Bushrod.
Demi Simpson not happy about that call. She says she was straight up on Bushrod defensively, but I really don't know about that because Bushrod went up in a little bit of an unnatural way, but her arm was held from fully extending on the basketball, just to get it up on the hoop. But, during this possession, another more close-range shots missed for West Orange, and that's really hurting them. Oh, looks like a game clock outage is actually just what happened.
We're going to pause and figure out what happened. Probably something unplugged, and that's exactly what happened because they just replugged it in. Hey, you know what I say? You know what happens when you plug something in? In this situation, you don't charge it, you start the scoreboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't get the roll. Back in play we are now.
By the way, it looks like somebody was probably playing little footsies with the scoreboard plug, Ryan.
Ian, what a game we have. Within one here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. 4 exact minutes left of basketball here in the fourth and final quarter. 30-29, visiting Teaneck of the Big North United Division. 3-pointer, rim and out. Stays in, saved by Russo. Russo goes through the legs. She's going to go one-on-one now with Chapman. Instead, she decides to swing it on over to Torrado. Isabella Torrado stops her dribble, gets it over to Deja Young. Back out to Russo.
For West are very sharp now. They're out of the
3-pointer, Gordon. Rim and out. Rebound easily by Capstraw. She wasn't challenged. She'll now dive through. Loses the basketball.
Like I said, these rotations, once again, are being very sharp.
Capstraw trying to lay one up. Fiercely, she finds herself at the line. She's going to try and give West Orange the lead back with 3:19. We're getting to those closing, exciting smash mouth moments of basketball.
This is going to be another really good game that I've gotten the pleasure to call with you, Ryan. Capstraw, though,
look at that, Ian. It's game number 2 of us working together. It's good game number 2.
Oh, yeah.
West Orange boys, Livingston boys came down to the wire. This one can very much do the same, if not be close to it.
Exactly. I mean, by the way, Capstraw went up for a very tough reverse layup there. It pretty much defied the laws of gravity going up on the baseline as well.
Capstraw seemed a little rushed on that finish.
A little bit, but again, it's a tough reverse finish. Either way, she draws the contact, so it's not that much of a problem, but it does become a problem if she misses this second free throw. Yeah, she was going to miss that second one.
Tie ball game. Sounded good through the net, Ian. 30 apiece.
Yeah, wet like water.
That's a good point. Teaneck controls. Forbes. Young. Taken away by the Mountaineers. They're going to try and take that lead back that they haven't seen this quarter. Capstraw pit-pocketed after she found a lane.
I think she was yelling for a reach. I really don't know about that.
A reach would put West Orange in the bonus. Far shot finds its way into the net. It finds its way through Kiana Hill.
You know what they say when it gets, you know what they say when the ball goes in off the backboard?
The bank is open?
Yes.
Oh, really? Never heard that one. That's a common one, Ian.
Anyway, good ball.
Gordon, back out to Russo. A strong pass connection inside. Can't be covered. A nice overhead pass by Deere. Kiana Hill lays it up. She can't finish. Rebound, Bushrod. Put back, Bushrod.
That was Alexa Chapman, actually. Chapman.
My apologies. That was Kiana Hill.
It's getting a little rowdy here in the Tarnoff.
Bushrod with the putback, actually. Yes, I was correct. Nope, I was actually wrong. It was Chapman. 3 ball. Sinks. Deja Young.
Deja Young responds there after a 3 ball from West Orange and another fast break layup. Deja Young responds, hits a 3 of her own. That is why she is the leading scorer of this Teaneck team. She comes in the clutch, hits the clutch bucket as well.
So, Ian, let me apologize. Nobody's perfect. That was Alexa Chapman who put it back and finished. Number 5 for West Orange.
No one's perfect. I mean, I pointed it out. But like I said, no one's perfect. I believe I called Sam Smith in our Livingston basketball game against West Orange, Jack Smith, who is actually a student at Livingston High School and is actually friends with Ryan.
Yeah, so, you know, mistakes happen in this line of business. Nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
This game might actually be perfect. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, 2-point game. You know, we're in the middle of a timeout now, but it's a 2-point game. You know, we're going to have a very, very good end to this one, I think. And, you know, this game has not disappointed. You were telling me, you know, the last couple of days that this is going to be a very good basketball game. You were telling me earlier today that was going to be a very good basketball game. You were right. It has been a good basketball game.
I mean, Kiley Capstraw, D1 commit going to Yale, playing Ivy League basketball, playing against a team from the Big North United Division in second place, only 2 games behind Old Tapan. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kiley Capstraw is just playing out of her mind right now. I mean, she's cooled down a little bit, but she's still hitting those buckets when they need her. She has well over 15 points, let's put it that way. But she's also gotten a little more help from her teammates in this second half, which is something that I'm sure Coach Williams was emphasizing, and I'm sure she was, you know, probably begging for some help from her teammates as well, because one player can't do it themselves.
So here we go, 2 minutes of basketball. It's getting loud. This limited crowd due to COVID-19 is trying to pretend it's not limited, as it's very energetic in here. Deer.
The Teaneck bench is a little hype for their team.
Capstraw still has a dribble that she uses. Tries to find help. She'll drive on through. Works it on out. Driving in. Deer. Can't finish. Rebound. An excellent fight by Chapman. Worked out to Deer. Pass deflected. Taken away.
That was an unforced error there, Rod.
Gordon. Fakes. Throws it up. Can't finish. Put back. While falling down is no good. Bushrod on the ball.
Simpson looking for the foul there. It looks like Coach Williams has called a timeout for West Orange, but once again, Demi Simpson unhappy with the call there. You're not going to get a foul call there. I'm just going to say that because you're fading backwards. That is the opposite of going into someone and taking contact. You're going away from the contact. They are not going to call a foul on that one, Ryan.
Ian, this game coming down to the wire. 50 seconds till we're back into it.
Yeah, this is a really good game. And I'm going to pull one out of the Mark Zumoff book of announcer quotes, and I'm going to say it. Hold on, Ryan. We are coming in for a landing. And it's going to be a pretty good landing, in fact.
It's going to be smooth. Not too much turbulence.
Yes. I mean, and by the way, Mark Zumoff, if you guys don't know who he was the 76ers regional basketball announcer before he retired this year, and that was one of his big lines. He had 2 big lines, which was turning garbage into gold after an offensive rebound and a putback second chance point, and then there was, hold on, we are coming in for a landing, which is what he would say, you know, in late stages of the game, and that's what I have to say to you, Ryan. We are going to be coming in for a landing.
Well, that is indeed what we have. West Orange trying to work their way to 500 in preparation for the Essex County tournament. And got some strong basketball teams coming into the Essex County tournament this year. I think one team that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on, Mount St. Dominic's Academy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, we can keep an eye on that team, but you never know because it's the Essex County tournament.
It's the Essex County tournament. The reason why I say keep an eye on them is because they've really improved these past couple weeks. They played Livingston to start off the season. They won by roughly 10 or so. They play them again. They win 55-10. You know, so they're really improving. They're getting there, and we're less than 2 weeks away from the kickoff of the the tip-off of the Essex County tournament. Yes. But first, we got a game to worry about here, Ian. That is West Orange and Teaneck.
And by the way, you know, going back to the conference, it's a very strong county of sports and athletics that Essex County is, Ryan.
A fierce fight. Russo is able to rip it away, but a jump ball is called first.
Yeah, to stay West Orange's ball, it looks like.
Never fear, the Deer is throwing it in. Passed on in.
Oh.
Tipped away. No backcourt violation. West Orange will control.
No, I'm pretty sure that's where the block sent the ball. I'm pretty sure Demi Simpson's block sent the ball all the way back to half court. I mean, that was a very
commanding.
good block.
Yeah.
Block of power and force.
So Capstraw will go to the line. West Orange in the bonus. And Ian, these two shots can separate the basketball game with 36 seconds left to go.
Yeah, 56 seconds, correct.
My apologies, 50 seconds.
We are under a minute. Oh, and Capstraw hits the first, so this can be a 2-possession game if she hits this second shot.
Again, this is the separation. This will make Teaneck have to work in emergency mode. Just keep shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
Like you said, when you said Teaneck keep shooting, they have to take these shots wisely. You know, in this situation, I would just go in, try and get, you know, a bucket, draw a foul maybe, but I just don't understand the point of forcing a 3 in this situation because you don't need that. You need to just make it a 1-possession game, and either 2 or 3 makes it a 1-possession game.
A 3-ball can change that. It's off the rim, tipped away, out, and controlled by Russo. Teaneck getting the lucky. Teaneck getting the lucky end of the stick. Russo can't finish. Young, Deja Young has a dribble. She goes one-on-one with Deer. She gives it away. Forbes wants to drive on by. Given over to Russo. Outside, Gordon finds a lane, throws it up. She's fouled, she'll go to the line.
Like I said, they're just go and try and draw that foul, Ryan. I mean, there's just, like I said, there's really no reason to just force a three in this situation. But I mean, if you are going to force a three, I'd at least give the ball to Alyssa Russo because she's been on fire from beyond the arc today.
And with that, Teaneck will also be in the bonus.
All you need is to draw a foul, get a two, get a three. Either way, it's going to be a one-possession game. That's why I was so opposed to Teaneck just trying to shoot a three ball there. I mean, it would have just made no sense because either way, it's just a one-possession game.
So we have a timeout, the final one called from West Orange. They want to talk over their plan. They're up by 3. This would put them back at 500, and they haven't been there since the beginning of the season.
I mean, like I said, they haven't really played that many games, though. So they've only had 5 games. This is their 6th game, and they're 2-3 with a win. They go back to 3-3, and obviously, they're 4th in the SEC American, so that's middle of the pack. With a win here, they'll still be a middle of the pack team, but it at least puts them in a better position, for the upcoming county tournament.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That county tournament's going to be fun this year. A lot of surprising teams, I think, are going to do well this year in the county tournament. Ian, as upcoming for West Orange, as we see, their next game is going to be versus Montclair Immaculate on 2-1. The time has not been announced yet to NJ.com, our affiliates, who provide us with some key information for each team, but their next game is going to be the 1st of February. On the schedule, of course, that could change as they have a lot of games they are going to have to make up.
Yeah, I mean, this gap in the schedule, I don't really understand the gap in the schedule, but now with COVID, I obviously would understand the gap in the schedule because, you can just put a couple makeup games in there. And,
I think that's exactly what they'll do, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would think that we're going to see them.
Look at that, Ian. It's a 2-point difference. 2 for 2 at the line with the West Orange final timeout used in the middle of that one. This one, as we've said, is going down to the wire. Capstraw on the basketball. That's exactly who you want fouled, and that's exactly what's going to happen. She's going to get fouled with 19 seconds.
I mean, I don't really understand there because you don't even really need to foul them. They got to get the ball out of the backcourt in 8 seconds, right? It's an 8-second violation. You can maybe force them to hold the ball, maybe force a turnover off a bad pass because I don't really think West Orange is ready for that press to come because they found Capstraw on the corner. When you're in the corner, trapped in a press like that, it's not going to lead to anything good.
First shot is good, and Ian, I think this second shot could really put the lid.
Yeah, I think this second shot can really signal game over. But again, as they say, game is not over until it's over. West Orange has taken everybody out of Teaneck's side of the court, and they've gotten into a really defensive possession. It looks like they're rolling the ball.
So Capstraw puts the lid on the cookie jar. Teaneck doesn't have much time to respond. Young, long 3. It's off. Rebound, Anna Deere, and she is fouled and will go to the line with 12 seconds of basketball left to be played here at the Tarnoff Gymnasium.
I think these 2 free throws here, at least one, if one goes in, I think that really can just put, the icing on top of the cake, Ryan.
Yeah, really. 39-35, Ian. Look at this. We've asked for great basketball these past 2 times we've worked together. That's exactly what we've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, that's two great games that we've seen. And, West Orange, this is a huge win over a very good Teaneck team. And Teaneck, if Teaneck loses this, they're going to have to, they will have lost 2 of their last 4 games. So a little bit of a rough stretch for this team. But
a good start to the season they had too, Ian. We thought they were going to be ranked in the top 20. West Orange actually started the season ranked 20th in the state. They played a tough couple of games in their whole tournament. They hosted, only winning 1 game versus Union City, dropping 2 key games, pushed them out immediately. 5 seconds, 3 ball.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful heave, and a whistle comes in. Wow, what a finish right there. Beautiful from Russo.
And, by the way, Teaneck, once again, they open up their season with thunder, an 82-20-something point win.
27, I think it was.
27 against, I believe, Patterson.
Yeah.
That's who it was. They blew them out of the water. And Teaneck, they've been very good. They've lost 3 games. They're probably going to lose their 4th here unless something incredible happens, which something incredible did happen. It's a 1-possession game. It's a 2-point game, in fact, as, Russo hit a tough 3 ball there. But that's what they needed. They needed a 3. They needed to make it a 2-point game, which means if both these free throws miss, well, I'm assuming they're going to foul here because it's still a
inbound on the underneath for West Orange. But if, West Orange misses one of these free throws, it can become a, by the way, does Teaneck have any timeouts? I don't think they do. I believe Teaneck is out of timeouts, right?
Teaneck has 2 left.
They have 2 left, so West Orange misses, get the rebound, hold it, call timeout, and at least dial up one more last-second play to at least tie the game and send it to overtime.
Well, I don't know how much time you can really have for a timeout because there's just over 3 seconds left to play in this basketball game. So,
well, you'd have to think that this inbound pass is either gonna, it's gonna probably take up 5 milliseconds of the clock here on this inbound pass, and Teaneck is gonna have to guard up, force a turnover maybe, which they've done a very good job with all year, all game too. They've been forcing turnovers, and that's been a big part of their success.
Anadier to throw it in, finds Capstraw, and Capstraw is immediately fouled with pretty much nothing, as you said. 5 milliseconds taken off the clock. Ian, you're a wizard.
I am a wizard, and I think Haggard probably has the same opinions on me as well. He'll probably come up to me after the game, he'll say, "You're a wizard, Ian."
Well, wow. 5 milliseconds taken off the clock.
Who would have thought?
Who would have
thought?
thought?
I mean, I did, but again, who would have thought I was going to be accurate and correct?
Well, Capstraw now going to try and reseal the deal for West Orange, move them to 500 on the year, hopefully get them back and ready for a county tournament soon. Their first shot is off. It's 2 shots. It's the double bonus.
2 shots. Okay, so they do double bonus in high school. That is something I did not know. I thought that was only college.
Second shot's good. 3-point difference. No timeouts for Teaneck. Possible opportunity here for Forbes. Passed on up. Shot from Russo. Clock stops at 3/10 of a second, and Teaneck.
Looks like they called the timeout.
Teaneck just got a second off. I'm not sure if they called the timeout earlier and the officials didn't hear. That'll be conversated, but Teaneck has the lone timeout left in this game. Not much time left to actually use it.
And here's the thing, though. It looks like Brad Allen. If he didn't have called the timeout earlier, it's very possible that he might have forgot he had timeouts still. I mean, like I said, I didn't even know how many timeouts Teaneck had. Maybe Coach Allen did not know how many timeouts Teaneck had either, but it looks like this ref is going to go over to the scorer's table and figure out what the story is.
I think they're going to put 3 seconds on the clock, maybe 4.
Milliseconds or seconds?
I'm going to say probably 3.1 because that's what it was before it was thrown in.
Yeah, but again, I don't know whether.
Well, both
when
clocks are out
it.
and now being reset to a minute, so I'm not sure what they're doing here.
Well, that's for the timeout clock, it looks like.
Well, no, they're stopping it now. I think they're going to try and, they're trying to work on it.
They're going to give him 1 second.
A full second on the clock. Oh, 0.8.
0.8 is what they're going to give him.
This is funny. They can literally change it to anything and we'll read it off.
Yeah, I mean,
they can give him 30 minutes and we'll say, 30 seconds.
But
30 minutes.
Oh, so now they're giving him 11 seconds.
We'll have to see what they give him.
Okay, so we're going to start a new thing on this broadcast called Time Watch.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure out how much time they're going to put on the clock for Teaneck to actually have a chance at tying this game. Or even 3-point.
Yeah, Jordan, give it a little zoom. Show the crowd. 0.8 seconds is currently on the clock. We're reading what we see, folks. Oh, now there's a second on the clock.
Yeah, we get 1 second.
And the 0.9. What are they going to say here? Looks like just a second. Yep. They're going to say a second left on the clock, Ian.
Just there.
We get back to the action for the final second of play. It's going to have to be a last second.
It's an inbound in the backcourt, too.
Gordon will throw it in. Whistles flying everywhere.
I would say there's no way that was an inbound in the half court.
This is one of those things where Brad Allen is going to complain if not everything is done by the book.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I mean, first off, he was mad that, they didn't give him time on the timeout, especially because he called it, at such a late time, and I don't even think the ref heard him. But now, the ref isn't putting the ball in the right spot either. It looks like they're going to move her back to the backcourt. But yeah, I do agree with that decision there by the ref.
Chucked up. Russo can't catch it, and that does the basketball game. In a final score of 41-38. Teaneck drops another game. They've lost 2 of their last 4. Their record is now 7-4. West Orange back to 500.
No, they've lost 4 of their last. They've lost 4 games. They've won 2 of their last something. But they've lost a lot of games in recent, and now they dropped to 7-4 on the season. They're probably going to drop down in the Big North. They were second coming into today.
Behind Old Japan.
Behind Old Japan. And, like I said, a very tough loss for Teaneck. A very good game and a very big win for West Orange.
So West Orange back to 3-3, getting ready for the county tournament. Teaneck Long ride home, over a half hour after a 41-38 loss. A good performance. Who's your player of the game?
Well, my player of the game, I think we're going to state the obvious here. It's Kiley Capstraw for West Orange. She was phenomenal all game long, hitting buckets when her team needed her the most. And I honestly think in the first half she was keeping them in this game. Even though she got off to a little bit of a slow start, she still kept going. You know, she kept her head up and really got herself going in the second half and put together a very nice game.
So that'll do it here from West Orange High School's Tarnoff Gymnasium in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. This outer conference matchup sees the Big North's Teaneck losing 38 to the hosting West Orange Mountaineers 41. Remember, all of you fans watching, basketball today live out in Paterson, New Jersey. Boys tournament featuring some member schools like East Orange campus. We also have Hillside basketball going on live right now on the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. And of course, at 3 p.m., West Orange hockey as they take on Milburn, a team division up. So have a good rest of your day and stay tuned to the D1 Media page on the NFHS Network. Toodaloo.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it the Fraser. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Touchdown.